Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your Daily Tarot reading for Saturday, March 7th, 2020. Let's get these cards shuffled up and let's see what the energy for today is going to be all about. How we might want to strategize with it, things we may want to know about it, and things to be aware of and to look out for. Hopefully you guys had a great week, and now you guys are planning out your Saturday and your Sunday pretty well. And I'm hoping that the snow won't bother you out there all that much. Doesn't seem like there's a lot out there, just enough to make it look pretty, right? And being March, it's definitely not going to last very long, I'm sure. So let's get these cards laying down and let's see what the energy is all about today. Let's put our first pile down. Our second pile. And finally now, our third pile. And today, let's see, I'm kind of drawn to this pile here, so let's see what we have for a card, shall we? All right, we have the Tower. Let's talk a bit about this card. It's a major arcana card, right? Along with that, when we see the Tower card, a lot of times people start getting into a panic. So let's just calm down for a second now and just look at what this card's all about and come up with some key terms that we may want to keep in mind for the day. So to start off with, the first thing that comes to mind when you see the Tower card is definitely chaos, potential destruction, sudden upheaval, trauma, unexpected change, disaster, tragedy, revelations, confusion, pain. There's a lot of things that come out of this. So when we look at this card, although it doesn't appear to be and definitely isn't presented on most situations as a very positive card, the long story short of it is whatever is going to happen is going to come to its natural conclusion. It was never going to last anyway. So that's important to keep in mind that as we go through life, there are things that, although we enjoy them at the moment or we're comfortable with them at the moment, I should say, are designed to change for us because it's not meant for our vibe. It's not meant to be long-term. So when we look at this card, one of the things I always talk about, as you probably heard me at the beginning, is it's very similar to the Death card, where people see the card and they're terrified of it, and they go into a panic. So the Tower card is all about, hey, listen, this is something that you need to brace yourself for. There's going to be some chaos. There's going to be some upheaval, and there could potentially even be some destruction. Most of it's going to be unexpected. However, as much as change is scary, and life-changing events are very scary, even though they're often unavoidable, the chaos of this situation and the pain of this situation is something, A, that you're going to survive, B, you're going to grow from, and 3, is going to serve your higher being. It's going to serve you long term. Although it's stuff that you may not want to go through right now, it is stuff that you need to go through right now so that you can get to a better place as time progresses and things go on. So there's a lot of negative connotation that goes along with this whole card, both the tragedy, life-altering events, trauma, a lot of that. We get that. The reality of it is, although there may be upheaval, as I said, although there may be some things that you may have to go through and experience, as I said, it's not going to be long-term. It's important to go through it because whatever you've been building things off of wasn't as strong as you once thought it might have been. Your future path is going to be something that you can actually look forward on. So right now, if you're looking at making plans and you're looking at doing a very specific process or thing, you may want to stop before moving forward and just think about things a little bit and decide for yourself if this is something that you want to do right now or can you avoid doing it right now. That being said, understand that any decision you make always has consequences. Every word you say always have consequences. So it depends upon the path that you're on, and it depends upon a lot of what you're doing as to whether or not it's going to be something that's going to be avertible or not avertible. But long story short, it's always better to turn around and take a step back from circumstances or plans right now and just look at them fully and decide if it's something you want to do just yet or if you want to hold off on it, because this omen says it's better to hold off on it than not. Now, obviously, I'm going to go into love and relationships, and obviously, this isn't the strongest card during a love and relationship reading. It's a bad omen, of course. It's representing breakups, separations, divorce. It's representing strife. It's representing chaos. So, if you're in love with someone and they're in love with you, or if you got a best friend or friends that are really close to you and you're close to them, this might be a good time to not engage in a lot of things. If there's an argument going on, then let it go, let them be right, move forward. It's not a good time to go into the he said, she said, he said type thing. It's all about communication and it's all about chaos. So that being said, it's sometimes better to take a step back away from it than it is to ensue into that chaos. However, conversely with that is the fact that if you've been living in an unhealthy relationship, whether it be an intimate relationship or whether it be with friends, this is a card that's letting you know that it's time for you to step back away from it. And unhealthy relationships can be controlling. They can be someone cheating. It can be a lot of different things that come to mind. Mostly from our own standpoint, what the definition of an unhealthy relationship is. I won't go through all of each and everything right now with you. But long story short, it's a very chaotic card. It's a very destructive card and very chaotic and destructive energy. So depending upon where you are in love and relationships depends upon where you want to go with this energy. As I said, it's a good time to lay low and to not engage in arguments, not to engage in entanglements, and not to engage in chaos, because they're not going to end in the way that you want them to end. In other words, there's not going to be a happy ending. Now, along with that, if it is all about breakup, and if you're in a process of doing so, this card's letting you know that that's the natural ending of the relationship, and it's okay. Things will get better for you, and there is going to be a happily ever after down the road. You just have to get through this chaotic moment. And so, money and career, same thing goes. This is totally about chaos, lack of job security, even a potential for position loss, job loss, or at least some big changes in your current position. And obviously, unwelcome stress. And so long story short, this is a good time for you to step back from a lot of the circumstance and things that you may have involved yourself in. That in order to do so, it's going to help you avoid any risky situations, any risky actions, and any risky upheavals. Not a good time to invest any money in any type of stocks or any other type of investments. It's definitely not a good time to go out there and try gambling, because all of this energy is all about not building up, but knocking down. So you're not going to build up wealth. You're not going to win lotteries with this energy going out there. It's all about laying low. It's all about getting through the natural process that's in place. And it's all about being able to move forward from it afterwards. So, I hope you enjoyed this reading for today. This is one of the cards that I rarely ever see, which is why I've taken an exceptionally long time with this card today. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. I look forward to reading you all again tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing a more positive card, we hope. And until tomorrow, be safe, be well, and be blessed.